Hi again.
We're here again.
We're here again.
Twice in one week.
Twice in a week.
We actually went outside and recorded like a walk and talk, trying out a new tripod.
The wind and the lack of microphones, which we don't have, which we're going to order, I think, some Rode microphones, those little small microphones.
Lapel mic.
Either order them or I might go to Best Buy is one thing, possibly, just to
pick them up.
Just pick them up there.
We don't want to invest in a ton of equipment, but we also know that if we don't at least have microphones, we really can't record outside.
Yeah, exactly. We want people to be able to hear us and understand what we're saying, and that was just not understandable at all because the wind noise, the lack of sound too.
And walk and talk when you have two people and one camera, it's a little tricky as well.
Very tricky. The person who was not holding the frame would be out of the frame.
Yeah.
Person who it went back and forth. So it just didn't really work out.
So
for us.
we aren't going to upload that video. What we might do someday, if we do continue doing this and we get better, I could see us taking that video and kind of recreating it and saying, this is what it was like before we knew what we were doing.
This is our B-roll video.
This is our B-roll video.
Is what we call it.
So and I realize we're not totally in the center of this frame either, but that's okay. We're not going for perfection. We're going for
quality.
Quantity at this point. I would say, I don't even want to say consistency. Consistency means same time, same day.
Right.
We just want to continue posting.
Right.
One of the things we might do, so in January, I think all 31 days in January, one of the two of us recorded a clip, whether it was us talking, whether it was videoing something else. I think we had a Dopey weekend, Dopey marathon weekend in there, but the clips are just sitting in our phones. We never did anything with them. So what we might do is just dump some of those into iMovie a week's worth at a time, and so you may kind of see some kind of week in the life videos.
But there'll be some interesting, like you said, some a lot of Disney, a lot of Dopey weekend stuff you'll see in there. But like you said, the kind of life video
And it'll depend on what our friends and eventually people who we don't know, hopefully, want to see. I've already had one of my friends say they want to see a Disney vlog. Well, we aren't going to do tons and tons of in-park filming because that can get kind of awkward.
Right.
But we do have a Disney trip coming up in about 2 weeks.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We're going to go specifically to say goodbye to Carousel of Progress in its current form and to say hello to Rock and Roller Coaster in its new form.
Exactly.
So we're going to go down.
And going back to that, and speaking of Carousel of Progress, what are your thoughts on the change? Like, I can tell you right now, I'm excited for the change. I think it needed a change. I'm actually really happy to see new stuff because it's in Tomorrowland and it's about the name Tomorrow and having stuff from 2000 and it's 2026 now.
Yeah, having something from the turn of the century.
That's not tomorrow.
That's the future. Yeah. I wish we could have both. I don't want to lose the original decades of that show, but I am over the moon excited about what they're going to be doing, especially since one of the scenes is going to be 80s era Halloween, which was our area of Halloween. So that's exciting. So I kind of wish they could preserve the original, but we want to go watch it probably a couple of times, maybe record it.
The good news is they're keeping this as a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow song with the
have you heard that for sure?
I'm pretty sure I'll keep that.
I have not heard that for sure, but that's kind of a deal breaker.
Yeah, so that's actually really good news.
I like the other song that they played. I think when it first opened at Disney World.
Yeah, there's a different song.
Now
I remember
is the time.
That.
Now is the best time. Now is the best time of your life, or something like that. I like that song a lot, but it's not what I kind of grew up with.
I grew up with a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't remember the old song. Like, I didn't even know there was an old song until I heard about it and stuff. But, But yeah.
So, we also, because we haven't really planned any of these, we also want to talk a little bit more about some of the things that will come in videos eventually. So we kind of mentioned briefly, and if you know us, you know this already, He is 6'6".
Right.
I'm 5'11". So when you have us side by side, we look like a normal.
Right. We're and, yeah.
And I sit really tall, and so we sit the same height.
Slouch. I'm trying
He
to
tends
sit.
to slouch.
I am trying to sit up more, but this couch is very hard to sit up with.
It is.
It kind of puts you back a little bit.
I bring that up not just because we're tall, but one of the things that we document for ourselves when we travel is whether or not he fits into showers, into ride vehicles, into airline seats.
Or even rooms.
Or into an entire cabin. If you saw the short we
Yes.
posted, that was literally us in our first cabin on the Fantasy a couple weeks ago. Well, it's been about a month ago at this point.
Right, yeah.
And it was, we're going to post a longer video of what happened, but he literally could not stand up in the bathroom. Like when he stepped into the bathroom and had
it was at the dunk. It was like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, basically.
Yeah, and they did get us into a slightly higher ceilinged room where he could stand up in the bathroom. He still could not stand up in the shower.
Disney handled it beautifully, honestly.
Absolutely.
It was one of the reasons why I love cruising Disney.
Yeah.
Another thing we're going to talk about a little bit is I'm going to do some running vlogs. In fact, I did one the other day, as I trained for the Peachtree Road Race and eventually the Wine and Dine half marathon weekend too, as well.
Dopey.
And Dopey too.
Dopey
as well.
training actually starts in a few
Right.
weeks,
So,
and it's insane.
And like I mentioned before, it will be short little vlogs. I talk while I'm walking and running, and so do that. Some food reviews. In fact, I did a very brief 45-second food review earlier today. Learned something that apparently if you hold your camera horizontally, it will never go into a short, even if it's short and stuff like that.
I kind of knew that. It's like Reels on Instagram.
Yeah.
It has to be vertical.
Has to be vertical.
And us older people, I say grew up. When we first started recording with phones and cameras, we were always told to do them horizontally because that's how videos should be. Instagram kind of changed all that when it came around. So we're trying to learn. What we're doing right now is just, as we think of things, we're going to record them and post them. Or, like I said, go back and pull clips that we've already recorded and post those as we see, as we have time. We kind of want to see what we can stick with. We kind of want to see what people like. And so I guess what I'm saying is if you're enjoying any part of this, stick around because we are going to get a little more intentional. Right. It's going to seem less chaotic.
And if you have suggestions, tell us.
Yeah.
We might try it. Yeah. You never know.
Especially if you already know us and you think a type of video would be good for us to try to do. We're game.
Yeah. We're open to approach anything.
Yeah. We are moving in a couple of weeks. Well, actually, in about 10 days.
Yeah.
To a new apartment, and we will document some of that for sure, and we will give you more details about our current apartment where we're no longer living in it.
Exactly.
And then we'll just kind of see what happens. So, like I said, running content. Disney vlogging. We're doing a cruise in October, which we'll probably vlog the whole thing just to kind of practice.
Right.
And we'll just see. Maybe it'll turn out to be kind of a daily vlogging or several days in a row vlogging, and you just get a taste of our life. We don't know yet. We're just here to have fun, be weird.
Be us.
We found each other's weird and got married. So we will see what happens next.
Totally.
And if you've
if
made
you
it this far,
you're awesome.